Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here. So today I thought I would actually go through a review of everything I've done to the Mazda to this point. A lot of people have been asking me this, so I said, heck, you know what? I'll throw a video together for you. I'll show you, and it might be a little bit in depth. I hope you find it interesting. So, first things first. As you can see, we've now put tweeters in the pillars. The pillars are complete. I've got one here. I've got one here. If you turn around, we got one in the rear there, as you can see, and there'll be one more behind that headrest. So that's our tweeters. Then we got our mids in each door, which now still look stock. Now the thing is I do have a little bit of work, like usual, with these projects. I've got a bit of a gap in here. I'm going to be filling that up. The other ones are pretty flush, but behind here's a connector. I'll be trying to move the connector, and maybe we'll get it to sit deeper, and I'll try with some really nice adhesive to keep it in there. Should be fine, but just little things to work on. There'll always be little things if there's anything I've learned. Alright, next thing that we did that's up front here is we have the alarm system. We have my alarm videos, which I showed you. It's a Viper system with the full color touchscreen stuff. I ended up getting a really good price on it, so it was really good. Another video that I did. Let's see, we've got our double din here. It's a Pioneer AVH P8400 BH. It's been great. I can't say anything bad about it, really. It's given me the equalizer that I love, which I've done videos on as well. I've done a lot of videos on this deck just because of how awesome it's been. It's got that built-in DJ function. I don't use it a lot on rock music, as you probably heard in the other videos, but I do use it a lot on, we'll say, hip-hop or dubstep and stuff, because it mixes it all together and it sounds really cool. But on stuff like rock and metal and everything else, it can sound good, but it can go horribly wrong. So got that, and then of course a video I didn't really do much on was I put the bass knob in here, so it's nice and hidden. This glows red at night, so it's kind of cool like that. So that's the bass knob. Of course, one thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to probably be finding a new place for the satellite gear, but if you look in there, you'll see the satellite gear. I find it's a little too messy in there. I've still got my back plate for it, so it looks like I'll probably be getting rid of that stuff and then redoing my glove box, so I got a full glove box again. But got that. What else? So yeah, we've got pack modules back there. One for the steering wheel controls, and then one other video which you'll be seeing pretty soon is I've got a new. I used to use a relay mod inside the Mazda, but I have another piece I have to wire in. I haven't wired it in yet because I've just been so busy with the surround system that I haven't been able to really go and get in depth with it. So I'll definitely be getting in there and doing that soon. And then of course we did the video where I put everything back here. I've got the thumb drive and auxiliary cable all wired into the box here, and in there is also the Pioneer remote. And then of course I hid the GPS wire, so I can just mount my GPS up here when I need it and then just plug it in. What else can I tell you about the front here? I think that's pretty much it. I've got that part which I've done here. Yeah, so that's pretty much here. Of course, underneath us is all dynamatted or fat matted. I used rattle trap. If you go on to my other videos, you'll see all that. I've gone through all the panels. I'm still attacking some rattle. I've got none at regular listening volume, but if you turn it up, of course we've got rattle. You always will, but it's always nice if you can attack a bit more, right? So let's see. Oh, that's right. Move. You'll also see the crossovers under the seat. The reason why they're under the seat, of course, is because they were too big to put anywhere else. They were definitely pretty big. I tried seeing what I could do. I was thinking about putting them in the door. Another reason why I didn't is they have adjustable slots so you can make the tweeters louder. I put a lot of this together before I put the tweeters up and listened to them. But I set up the crossovers here. I held the tweeters in different locations, and I found the pillars to be the best sounding. So that's how they ended up there. But the crossovers are under the seat. The back is basically just the tweeters and the mids in the door and the crossovers under the seats. Nothing really news there. And then in the trunk we've got the Orion HCCA 10.4, which I've got wired down to 2 ohms, running off of the Kicker KX series 1600 amp right here. It's so far the tuning's been awesome with it. I've been playing around. That's why I haven't showed the system yet. It's still not up to my grade of tuning, so I don't want to show you guys early. As you can see, lots of adjustment here for the bass. You've got your gain, the subsonic, so it doesn't play those low frequencies that are going to damage your subwoofer. Your low pass, if you want to set it here. And then your boost, which is kind of cool. It lets you set the width of the boost and the center of the boost, which I'll go more in depth later on once I have it all tuned out. Right now I haven't done much tuning on it at all, so look forward to that. And then of course we have our Infinity Kappa 4 here, which is running all the Kicker QS series 6.5 up front. They're all, you know, it's all running good. I've done a little bit more modifications back here. As you can see here, we got our jack stand. I put a lot of foam in there so there's no rattle there, and I've still got my foldable tire iron, so that way I can, you know, get the spare tire on if I really need to. The spare tire and everything's still mounted underneath here. I even did some work on the deck, so the deck is all fat matted and foamed out too. As you can see, I put foam under a lot of the pieces so that way they don't rattle, and it sits nice and tight. So that's all set up now. And only thing back here is a satellite antenna. Of course, we've got the Mazda symbol, which I show how to Dremel out here. We've got well, I didn't really show much of that, but I had to rebadge it because the last owner of the car totally debadged it, so I put the badging back on. And then let's go into the hood. So under the hood currently, as you can see, I still got to do some looming here. I got to loom this wire. I'll get my hands on some loom soon for the siren wire, the tack wire, everything else. That battery is going to be getting switched out soon. It's going to be upgraded to an XS series. I was going to try and throw the 1400, but now I'm going a little bit bigger, and it's going to be a 12 volt battery instead of a 14 volt, because I was originally going to try and put that 14 volt in here, but in the end it's money I'd rather spend on the alternator, because my amps for one won't work at 16 volts, which is what you're going to need to charge it, or 15.5. It's still, you know, type of voltage I don't want to get into, so I'm going to stick with 12 volts because it's safer for the amps. I don't have to buy step down modules, and this way I can invest more money just on the alternator, which is also on this stepping block. Other thing which is I'm going to be replacing this motor mount. As you can see here, there's this in here has a crack, so though I'm probably going to go poly with them. I've been hearing some good things about those, so we'll be putting that in. It'll also cut down on some of the vibrations in the car, which is awesome. Of course, in our box here, I put that video up on the K&N filter, which I put in there, the drop box. It's been good so far. The catback exhaust, which I had put on, I didn't put that one on myself because I had a friend who runs a muffler shop, or well, it's more than just a muffler shop, but I had him do that, and I had him do the leak detection pump on the Mazda, so it worked out pretty good that way. So yeah, things to look forward to in upcoming videos is the engine mount. You're going to be looking at the alternator, and you're going to be looking at a new battery soon. But yeah, other than that, it's been coming along great, and we'll see what modifications go from here on. On that, I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks again for watching. Like it if you found it interesting, and subscribe for, you know, more projects and more things I'm going to be doing to this one. There might be not a lot going on for a couple weeks now, just because I've got to one, get some stuff done, some projects done for work, and I have to catch up on all the house stuff I've been putting off because I've been just spending so much time on the car. Every night after getting home from work, I've been smashing out time on it, just excited. It's hard to do other people's work when you want to go home and do your own, right? Other than that, thanks again for watching. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe for updates and leave a comment in the comment section below if you want to say something or ask any questions. Thanks again.